Everyone around you seems happy. Smiling faces, perfect social media posts, exotic vacations, fancy dinners, friends who seem to have it all together. But if you look closer, you'll realize that most of them aren't really happy. The smiles are real, but they hide a different story. A story of stress, worry, and silently disappearing hope. Meet Sarah. On the outside, she has everything people envy. A nice apartment, a steady job, friends who call her lucky and successful. She posts pictures of brunches, gym selfies, weekend trips. Her life looks perfect. But behind closed doors, it's the same story every month. Stress, anxiety, and the gnawing feeling that she's running in place. Every month, Sarah works tirelessly. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, over 50 weeks a year. That's 2,600 hours a year devoted to work. Over 30 years, that's nearly 78,000 hours. A lifetime spent grinding, pushing, sacrificing. And yet, every month ends the same way. By the time she pays her bills, there's nothing left. Zero. Nothing to show for her effort. She's not alone. Millions of people live like this. They work hard, make sacrifices, hustle relentlessly, and yet their money vanishes as quickly as it arrives. It's not because they are lazy, not because they are unlucky. It's because of tiny leaks, unnoticed habits, and small decisions that silently drain their life and their finances. A coffee here, a subscription there, impulsive purchases, dining out, unnecessary shopping. Each seems harmless, but together they form a storm that keeps them trapped. And the worst part? Most people know something is wrong. They feel the anxiety creeping in every month. They sense it in their chest when bills arrive. But instead of facing it, they distract themselves. They scroll through social media, compare themselves to others, hope for a miracle, and tell themselves, "I'll fix it next month." And so the cycle repeats. Month after month, year after year, decade after decade. Sarah felt this too. The stress would wake her in the middle of the night. She would lie in bed thinking about bills, loans, and the constant pressure of keeping up. She tried ignoring it, pretending it didn't exist. But the problem never went away. It just grew, quietly, invisibly, until it was unbearable. Then, one day, everything changed. Not because she won the lottery, not because someone gave her a handout. Something else happened. Something so simple that most people overlook it. Sarah discovered a small, almost invisible shift in thinking and behavior. A tiny adjustment that stopped the leak. A tiny change that put her back in control of her life, her money, and her happiness. And the moment she made that shift, something incredible happened. For the first time in years, she felt relief. She felt security. She felt the first spark of real happiness. Not the fake social media kind, but a deep, genuine peace that comes from knowing you are in control. This is not about luck. It's not about working harder. It's about seeing the leaks, understanding the problem, and taking deliberate action. And what Sarah discovered is something anyone can do. Something you can start today. And if you pay attention, it can completely change your life. But before we get there, you need to understand why this happens to almost everyone, and why society, culture, and our daily habits are secretly keeping us trapped. Because until you see the truth, you can't fix it. The truth is this: everyone looks happy, but almost no one is. And that's exactly why your journey to control, freedom, and real happiness must start with awareness. Awareness of where your life is leaking, where your energy is being stolen, and where your money is quietly disappearing. By the end of this story, you'll understand exactly what Sarah did. You'll see the exact steps that allowed her to finally break free from the cycle. And you'll realize that happiness isn't about appearances, status, or comparison. It's about control, choice, and freedom. So, stay with me, because what comes next will change everything you thought you knew about money, work, and real happiness. When Sarah finally faced the truth, she realized something crucial. The problem wasn't her income, her job, or her luck. The problem was unseen leaks, unconscious decisions, and habits she didn't even notice. And once she understood that, the path forward became clear. Step 1. Awareness. Sarah started by tracking everything. Every single dollar that came in, every single dollar that went out. Not just rent, bills, and groceries, but coffee, snacks, subscriptions, impulsive buys. She created a clear map of where her money was actually going. And what she saw shocked her. Hundreds of dollars wasted on small, seemingly harmless things that added up faster than she ever imagined. Step 2. Prioritization. Next, she learned the power of choice. She separated needs from wants, asking herself a simple but life-changing question before every purchase. Does this move me closer to freedom or distract me from it? If the answer was distract, it went. She didn't deny herself happiness. She just focused her energy and money on what truly mattered. Step 3. Automation. Sarah automated her finances. Bills paid automatically, savings set aside immediately. Investments started growing silently in the background. This step removed temptation, eliminated guesswork, and gave her financial control without requiring constant mental effort. For the first time, her money worked for her instead of her working endlessly for it. Step 4. Mindset shift. Here's the most important change. Sarah stopped equating money with happiness. She realized real happiness comes not from appearances, status, or social comparison. It comes from control, security, and purposeful action. Money became a tool, not the goal. Every choice she made supported her life, not someone else's perception of it. Step 5. Consistency. The final key was consistency. Sarah didn't make one massive change and hope it would stick. She made small, deliberate actions every day. She tracked, prioritized, automated, and reinforced her mindset. Day after day, week after week, the results compounded. The stress melted. The constant anxiety about bills disappeared. Freedom replaced fear. Within months, Sarah felt lighter. She slept better. She smiled more. She stopped worrying about the next bill or the next emergency. She was finally free. And the most powerful lesson? This transformation is not reserved for the lucky or wealthy. It is available to anyone who decides to take control, understand the leaks, and take deliberate action. Anyone can do this. You can start today. Sarah's story proves a simple truth. It's not how much you earn. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's awareness, choices, and consistent action. And now that you understand what she did, the next part will show how this transformation felt, how her life completely changed, and what final steps you can take to finally feel real happiness, control, and freedom in your life. Now imagine Sarah a few months later. On the outside, she looks the same. Same apartment, same job, same social circles. But on the inside, everything has changed. The stress that kept her awake at night is gone. The anxiety that gnawed at her chest every month has been replaced with confidence, clarity, and control. Her friends still post smiling selfies online, still share perfect snapshots of their lives, but many of them are still trapped in the cycle Sarah escaped. That's the truth behind the title. Everyone looks happy, but no one really is until they take control. Sarah's transformation didn't come from luck or magic. It didn't come from a windfall or someone else's help. It came from deliberate choices, consistent action, and a powerful mindset shift. She tracked her money. She prioritized spending. She automated her finances. And most importantly, she shifted her mind. Happiness isn't about appearances. It's about freedom, security, and purpose. Within months, Sarah's life became unrecognizable, not to others, but to herself. She woke up without dread. She made decisions without fear. She felt peace she hadn't known for years. And with that peace came real happiness, a deep, genuine joy that comes from living intentionally, not reacting to circumstances. And here's the lesson for you. This is not just Sarah's story.
This is not just my
It can be
story.
yours too.
It can be yours too.
You don't have to wait for the perfect
You don't
moment.
have to wait for the perfect
You don't have to
moment.
win the lottery.
You don't
You
have
don't
to win
need
the
someone
lottery.
else's permission.
You don't need someone else's
You can start
permission.
today.
You can start today.
Here's how.
Here's how.
Track everything.
Track everything.
Know exactly where your
Know
money
exactly
goes.
where your money goes.
Awareness is the first step. Cut what doesn't serve you. Stop spending on distractions, temptations, or things that don't move you closer to freedom. Automate what matters. Save, invest, and protect your future automatically, without relying on willpower. Shift your
Without relying
mindset.
on willpower.
Understand that
Shift your
happiness
mindset.
comes from control,
Understand that
security,
happiness comes
and
from
purpose,
control,
not appearances or
and
social
purpose.
comparison. Be consistent. Small actions repeated every day compound into life-changing results. Start today. Don't wait. Every day you delay is another day trapped in the cycle that keeps so many people pretending to be happy. Take control. Make deliberate choices. Build your freedom. Build your happiness. Because the truth is simple but powerful. You don't have to live like everyone else. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to watch your life slip away silently. You can choose differently. You can be free. You can live intentionally. You can be genuinely, deeply, unshakably happy.